Hey Beach Bums, it's cabin tour time, and this time Evan and I are staying in cabin 2307, 2307. It's an interior stateroom, and come on in, let's go check it out. So, first thing that you'll notice is that it's you know, you've got the little tight quarters. It's a smallish room, so for the two of us, it's not too bad. We don't spend a lot of time inside the cabin. If you're a couple, obviously you can ask for these two beds to be put together here. Ours are set up in the two twin bed format. He's got his own nightstand there. I've got my own nightstand there. You'll also notice that each of us has our own little nightlight section. So if I'm gonna just turn it off so you can see real quick, and I'll bring the light back on. So in the evening time, if either one of us wants to keep a nightlight on, we can. So those are individually controlled. There is no USB option here, because that's a common question that's usually asked. You'll notice that there's just the main light switch that you saw me just turn off a little bit ago, and then but there's no USB. So if the other common question that's asked of me is the CPAP machines. If you do have a CPAP machine, you can use your nightstand, but ask for an extension cord. If you want to be safe, bring your own, but they usually will have them. But just make sure if you want to guarantee, bring your own, but you can ask them from here. So you'll run the extension cord from here, and then Evan will show you that you can just plug in over here. And I'm going to talk about that area here in a little bit. As you can see, he's got his luggage over there. I've got my luggage here, plus my stuff that has all my electronics and stuff that I bring to the meet and greets and stuff like that. So I usually have that extra one, but this is my main luggage. And they're in here. Eventually they're going to go under the bed. There's storage underneath these beds that these luggage can go. So once I unpack, personally I like to unpack on the first day. So I'll unpack, and then that luggage will go underneath. So this main area here is shared space. Obviously you can see, you saw Evan saying hi. Evan likes to bring a fan. I bring one too as well. We both have the same fan. It's called a fold-away fan, if I remember correctly. So he's charging his up. It's a great little fan to bring. It folds up really nicely.
You know, lift the thing.
Is it?
Lift the base up.
Lift the base up. Anyway. Oh, that part.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. So anyway, but anyway, it folds down on this bunch. And then the other thing that we like to bring is this little, and make sure it's not a surge protected outlet. And then so you've got on his here, he's got the 3 and then the 4 USB. And of course you still have your 120 volt here, and then over by the phone, you'll notice there's also 2 USB spots. So if the 2 120s and the 2 USB is enough for you, that's cool. If you need extra, they also have the 220 for European. I have one. I know other people use a European adapter there. You could do that as well, but you know, this is just kind of an extra. It's nice for all of our electronics. I have one too that I'll bring out, and to all our charging devices. TV here, I just turned it off because they have something playing on a loop there. But you know, you can have all your different channels, and you can see your account summary and things like that there. Over here, the other thing I wanted to point out is the 2 shelves. And then I get another common question is, the book. And it's been, and most recently somebody asked me, and I said, double check with guest services, because last year, you know, it was the inaugural year, and they were saying it's free. They checked, they said it's free, but I would, again, just double check with guest services, because some people are like, oh, they told me it wasn't. So if you want the book, make sure to check on that. So this area here is where you can hang your clothing and stuff. You'll notice Evan had put the little towel here, and there is a reason for that. You want to get good ventilation. You can see it's partially blocked as well anyway here, but there's like a little fridge cooler. You'll see that down here.
A little vent.
Yeah, the little vent there. So we understanding that this is not a true refrigerator, so it's not being, you know, good for like medical storage and things like that. Sometimes you'll have to ask. Now, what I've heard people doing, get this open here real quick, is they'll also ask, another little hack that I've learned recently, is they'll ask for ice from the room attendant, and then they'll put it in there, and it really makes it a lot cooler. So between this, giving it more ventilation, asking for some ice to put it in there, you can get the temperatures pretty low. So just something to keep in mind. Again, the intent for it is just to be a storage for your cans and water bottles and things like that. It was never meant to be a refrigerator, so I don't want to have that debate in the comments. But feel free to share any other little hacks. But those are a couple of little cool hacks that were shared. Of course, here you've got your full-length mirror,
Again.
and then more storage. Down here, you'll see my stuff in there, and one more storage spot over here. I'll try to get out of the way. So you got some, what is that? And then you got the safe back here, and of course the life jacket. So when you do your musters, when they talk about the life jackets, that's where they're at. So one other thing I want to, like, a lot of times people say, oh, bring a card or whatever. I'm gonna save you a little time or hassle or headache or whatever. I would say over 99% of the time, they already have something in here. And worst case, let's say they don't. They leave their little business cards right here. Oh, did we have one? I saw it earlier. Oh, anyway, they usually leave a business card here somewhere. I don't know what happened to the one, but you could take that business card and then just put that in there, their business card. So, you know, sometimes people are like, oh, can I bring a gift card? What can I? Don't worry about it. You'll find something. All it takes is just something in that slot. Let's go ahead and come into the bedroom. I'm gonna go in our bedroom, the bathroom, and then Evan's gonna follow me in. So the bathroom space, I'm 5'7", so you can kind of get a general idea. I'm gonna step in the shower. This is why I had Evan film, because usually I'm filming these, so give you guys a little bit more perspective. I've seen some other cabin tours where they try to let people know. So I'm, you know, 5'7", about 220 pounds or whatever. So you can kind of see, you know, this is the amount of space. This will adjust. You can adjust it up and down if you're taller, that kind of thing. You got your shampoo and shower gel here. There's no conditioner, so if you need conditioner, bring it. You've got two controls over here. One is for the actual temperature of the water, and the other one turns it on and off. So just keep that in mind. One controls the temperature, and this is the off on. So this left side is off on. This one, and you can kind of see. I'll let Evan kind of come in here real quick, or zoom in. You can't really zoom in, yeah. So you'll see that that's where the temperature controls are. Towels, and if you need extra towels, you can always ask for more towels. Your comment, and then some storage over here for so like when Evan and I share these cabins, he'll have his side, I'll have my side. More than enough space. You can coming back in here. This here, if you have wet clothing and you want to dry it out, you got this thing here to use. And then behind the door, one other thing I wanted to point out, right here are these two hooks. You can hang your towels on there. You can, I like to hang, sometimes I'll hang the, my little, what do you call it, toiletry bag off of there. So, you know, it's up to you. I know some people will bring those, like over the door hanger thingies and put all their different, items in there. So those are just some things you can do. Main control light, so I showed, I showed you the one that's over there. There's this one here as well for the main control. And the one on the right is for the bathroom. So that's there. And then one last thing I want to point out here is the temperature control. So right now it's at the coolest. If you want it warmer, obviously it'll go up into the red section. And we don't want that. Even though it's really cold outside, but in here it seems pretty warm. I'm hoping I'm not forgetting anything. I mean, I know in my other cabin tours I showed, so you've got the 3 drawers here that have, you know, really good deep storage in them. So you could use those usually. The top one, yeah, there you go. The top one doesn't have a lot of space. So those 2 other ones you can actually put clothes and things like that. There is a hair dryer in the room. Another